Good day, everyone, and welcome to Sparkles of Love's Transmissions. I am Ana-La-Rai, and I'm a pure source channel. And our topic today is the evolution of the chakra system. Okay. And our format today, I'm going to be giving you some information and sharing about the evolution of the chakra system. And then partway through our session, Lord Shiva will come through. So I will be channeling Lord Shiva. I'm always happy to answer any of your questions as you write in. So I'll just make sure I can see those and do that for you. And that's what our focus today is going to be. And if there's time, I'll do a download, but I don't know. Today, there isn't a specific energy that's coming through yet, but you never know. All right. So so much is changing on our planet right now, and so much is changing energetically. And I know that a lot of you that follow me are quite aware of the energies and the shifting changes. We are in the middle of the Great Awakening, or the rise in consciousness on planet Earth, as humanity is shifting. And back a few years ago, not that long ago, in 2019, Lord Shiva came through, and I didn't know back then who Lord Shiva was. I had never worked with him. I had never heard of him. And it was really kind of I'll just share the story of how I connected with him. I was at a gathering that I was facilitating in Costa Rica, and my now husband, Christian, and I had been talking on the computer, and he was in Germany at the time, and he had shared that he'd had this incredible experience in his apartment where all of a sudden he felt all these energies and this being be present with him. And they interacted, and it turned out for him it was Lord Shiva. And I didn't know who that was, knew nothing about it. And he'd had this incredible experience. And as we're talking, I'm sitting in my room that I'm sharing with Sarala, and I look up, and there is this beautiful wall hanging of this being sitting in a lotus position. And I'm looking at this as Christian's talking to me the whole time. And I take a picture of it, and I send it to him, and I say, "Is this what you're talking about? Is this Lord Shiva?" And he starts to laugh, and he goes, "Yeah, that's Lord Shiva." So there was my first introduction to Lord Shiva, is that Christian's having this incredible experience with him in Munich, and he's on my wall, and I'm looking at him as a wall hanging. It was pretty cool. And then a couple of days later, it was the Advanced Opportunity Full Moon that I was offering. And he was the being of light that wanted to come through. And he did this incredible process with us around chakras. And he started to talk to me and asked if I would partner with him. And as you get to know Lord Shiva, he's quite a unique, lovely being. And I was surprised, but I'm always happy to say yes to when beings ask. And I eventually found out that part of the reason he asked me is I didn't know who he was, and I didn't see him as my guru. Okay, I just saw him as another one of the light beings coming through. So what that partnership resulted in is he brought through what we refer to, or what he called then, the advanced chakra system. And in the last couple of days, it's really come forward that it's really time to still call it that, but to talk about it differently, because it really is the evolution of the chakra system. And the people that have taught about chakras before and helped you with them, it's not that they were wrong. So let's start there, okay? What he shared and what he continues to share is that the energies on planet Earth, up until recently, could not support the full working chakra system. And if you don't know what the chakra system is, it's the energetic system in the body, much like your blood system or your bone structures. It's a working system. When you don't see, though, it's the energy system. And what happened was, when we chose to incarnate, is that part of the chakra system had to be shut down for us to have the full experience of being in separation, in density, in duality here on planet Earth. And we all chose that. So as we incarnated, part of the chakra system shut down. And that's why over all of our lifetimes, many of us have experienced that we have to open our chakras regularly. Every day we'd have to work on them. We'd have to clear them and clean them, then check that they're open. And it was quite a task. But you could feel the difference when your chakra system was open and working. And we all know how important, or most of us know how important the chakra system is. And so when he came through and started saying that the chakra system was going to change and be different, it was really uncomfortable for me, because here I am now, I'm going to be putting information out into the world that is completely different that every other spiritual teacher and expert in the field is saying. And I'm like, so I really sat with him many times around this and really looked at, is this what I need to do? And as you realize, of course, yes, it was. And then he asked me to offer a program. And so the first program we did was, I think, back in 2019, where we did a 12-week program where he started with the major chakras and a few of the other chakras. And he came in, and the cool thing about this program is it's really no work for the person, like for you. It's no work for the participant, because Shiva came in and gifted us. He did it all. All you had to do was integrate and say yes. Whereas most of the programs that come in, or the processes and tools, they give you the tools, and now you have to do the work. You have to use the tool or the process, or you have to do something to make the shift happen. With the evolution of the chakra system, with the advanced chakras, he literally puts them in place. Okay. And so over the 12 weeks, we went into all of the chakras, and some of them he completely replaced, some of them he repaired. But what he did is he opened up the whole piece. He opened up the part that had shut down, that wasn't awakened, that we had all closed, that was not working. And at the end of the first series, then he also connected the chakra system, because before it was working as single chakras. So your heart chakra might be open, but your sacral might have been closed, and your root might have been open, but your crown was closed, and your throat might have been different. Like, you had to look at all your major chakras, and we have more than the major chakras, but so it used to be they were separate. And at the end of the program, what he did is he put them all together as one working system. And so all of a sudden, so it really started to change. And for a lot of us, when we did the program, the first group that did it, the changes were absolutely profound. Profound. It was like a tap had opened, and now everything was flowing, instead of a trickle where you got a drop at a time. And now you could receive source light in a way you'd never received it in any of your lifetimes. And that was really based on what he did, how he repaired them all and put everything in place. And that evolution was allowed because of the vibrations on planet Earth. Okay. So now what we're doing is we're trying to let more and more people know about this, so that they too, when they're ready, can move into this evolution and have their chakra system upgraded, move into the advanced chakra system. And all of the recordings, so come July 3rd, we're in 2024, I'm going to be offering once again this program, but in a condensed version. So what happens is you'll get the 12 recordings, and you'll do 2 a week. And back then, and it shows you how the energies have changed, because back then, I think we did it once a week. once a week. And it took 12 weeks. Now you can do 2 a week, so twice as fast. And what we do is we'll also do one live class a week where I will update you, because sometimes you go through them and you fall asleep and the energy happens, but you didn't hear what he talked about using the chakra or things about the chakra. And then I'll channel Lord Shiva every week. And at the end of it, there's a personal one-on-one session with me where I'll go in and check everything. And Shiva will come through and will make sure that everything is aligned the way it should be. Because as many things, we have free will, and our fear can sometimes get us to block things. Okay. But once he has completed the work on you, you never have to worry about that again. You never have to open or clear a chakra again. But I think the most profound change for me and for many people is that you have stronger, clearer, more constant communication system with your higher selves, with your highest self, your I am presence, your guides, and you receive more source light, more source energy every single day, all the time. Now, don't worry about being overwhelmed, because I know those of you that are empaths are like, oh my God, no more energy. No, I can't handle anymore. It's different. Because this is pure source light coming in, because this is higher frequencies, it's not the same way to be overwhelmed. It's not like lower vibrational things. And your highest self also helps regulate so that you don't get overwhelmed. And I know some of you that are here with me now that are listening have gone through the chakra program. What differences did you see, or what are some of the things that you found with it? You get to be able to run a lot more energy than you've ever done. So if you do healing work or planetary work or just work on yourself and you need more power or more love or more light to do your healing or your planetary mission, that's available to you. Everything within it can never be depleted, right? And you can bring in more self-love. You can receive more of the diamond light. You can receive stronger connections. I know that people have seen big differences in their intuition. I know that other people have shared with me that they feel lighter and clearer, and there is different improved levels of trust with themselves because they're receiving more clarity. The information, the answers are coming a whole lot easier. And so this evolution is part of the planetary evolution. As we are changing our vibration, as we are moving to the higher frequencies, all of us and as a planet, the chakra system had to change. And when you think about it, it makes sense. We need the full system. We need to be able to connect easier, to have stronger connections, to not have to worry about my chakra system closing down or that it's not working. And so it's an important evolution. It's an energetic evolution. All right, and one is saying, after the initial chakra program, I noticed my energetic body felt clear and more open to the higher frequencies. Yeah, that's excellent. Yeah, it really, I found the same thing. I think it was a year to 2 years after the first, what we call part one, when he did all the work on the main chakras. And he did just the chakras that were done, just so everybody is known, was the heart, obviously, the third eye, the sacral, your throat chakra, your crown, your root, your solar plexus. So those are the ones that many of you know well. The earth star and the soul star chakras. And then we did the higher heart, which is here. Okay. He did both hand chakras. And those are especially important for those of you that do healing handwork. And then he also did something that was later called the Stellar Gateway. And that was in part 2. So in part 1, there wasn't a Stellar Gateway. We did, that came through in part 2. So in part 2, he came through, and we didn't know there was going to be a part 2. But about a year to 2 years later, he came through and he said, okay, we're ready for the next part. And I'm like, okay, what next part? And what he did is he created, once again, he did it all, bridges from fifth dimensional and higher vibrations right into the now advanced chakra system. So before we were receiving, right? The chakra system was now in place. It was open. Everything was flowing. And then what he did is he created new bridges from the higher frequencies so that it would move right into your physical body and chakra system. And one of the things that he said, and I still remember this, is that moving into the advanced chakra system, the evolutions of the chakra system, was the analogy he used. It was like going from riding a bicycle, which most of us here have done, riding a bicycle, to being on a jet plane. Excuse me, and to a spaceship. So from a bicycle to a spaceship. And I still think it's a great analogy, because that for me, in all the work I've done, in all the years I've been on my journey, having the advanced chakras has been the biggest, most significant shift I ever felt in all of my abilities and in my energy field for me. And there have been some very significant ones, but this one gave me the biggest shift. And of course, the easiest, because I didn't really have to do anything. Okay, so someone else is saying, I did the program. Yes, after I could feel more energy available to me. Energy that can be used, but it was just even a joy to feel it. Yeah. So which questions do any of you have about the chakra system, or why things have evolved or changed, or how it can benefit you? Anybody have questions around that? I just want to find some information as you're typing in there. And I will share with you that the Stellar Gateway, that's what he called it, we had to get, and Shiva and I had to get special divine permission to do that particular chakra, because the Stellar Gateway is not in the human energy field. Okay? So it was really another really cool piece. All right. This is definitely a program I would recommend. This is what someone else is saying. The gift Shiva gave with this program is beyond words, and it is always open and running to my benefit. Okay, yeah, I agree. It is really profound, and to be able to do it in 6 weeks is a lot more beneficial for people. Like, I know people want to move faster now, but the energies are different, and it's easier to do now. All right, so you're welcome to still type in your questions, and let me bring through Shiva and see what he has for us today to chat about. And just one second here. I am Shiva, and I come forth this day. It is a good day to dance, but it is always a good day to dance. And it was and is my honor to continue to work with Ana-La-Rai on this evolution of the chakra system. And it makes profound changes in your energetic system. It is continuing to evolve. And what I mean by this is those of you that already have the advanced system, whether you have part 1 or parts 1 and 2, even with simply part 1, it is continuing to evolve without you having to do anything. And what I mean by this is the energies that are coming from source and the energies on your planet are the current energies are designed. The diamond lights and the current energies are designed for this advanced system. And so what happens is, for those of you that have it, the flow of energy, the new energies, the evolution of your planet, the awakening of your planet, these energies coming down are easier on your physical and energetic body than those without this upgraded system. And what this means is that your awakening, your advancement or expansion of consciousness becomes easier because everything is aligned and attuned to the system you have now. Of course, if you don't have the system, you are still awakening. You are still expanding your consciousness. It is not a requirement, but this system is what is designed for it. And it is made to make it easier. We would say the analogy would be when you have the right fuel in a car, when you have the optimum fuel in a car, or you have, what would be another analogy we could use? We would say it is the difference between drinking dirty, toxic water and drinking pure water, spring water that has come up from the center of the earth, that is filled with nutrients, and how much better it is for you. Maybe that is an analogy. I'm not very good at these things. And one asks, is not the stellar gateway governed by Metatron and all the chakras? Well, things have changed. And yes, is Metatron involved in chakras? Yes, the chakras is a system. But I had permission, and I also work with the chakra system. And there was much is changing and evolving. And this is part of the challenge, is that there has been much information that was current up until it wasn't as current. And it doesn't mean that anything that you learned before was incorrect. But this is why we are bringing forth new information, new information about the changes. And yes, the chakra system continues to advance and evolve. And we hope that that answers your question. We hope that that lets you know. And it was because of the changes energetically that all of this could happen. And when you think about it, it is part of the change of Gaia as well. Simply as you know that Gaia is eventually, she is also leaving. And a new being of light, her name is Ana-La-Rai, has been birthed and will be bringing forth many new things. And so this evolution of the energies on your planet, the evolution of the chakra system, which brings forth the energies into the human field, is necessary for you to move to the higher dimensions, both as individuals and as a planet. And so, I would be more than happy to do a quick little download of energy for you all. And let us just do the energy of love, for that is such a universal gift and important vibration. It is what you live on, that love, that vibration of source, that oneness. So feel now as we begin to bring forth this vibration of love and allow it to come down into your body, into your energetic system, through your chakras, into your auric field. Just receive. And I share with you that in these times, it is important to keep the mind open, to be aware that things are evolving and changing. And we know that that can be challenging for you. And we want you to always go in and feel for yourself, feel the truth, feel the vibrations, whoever is bringing information through. And we want you to be aware that you are going to continue to see many changes of energetics, of processes on your planet, and to be aware that this is part of what needs to evolve. I am Shiva. And we will put here below the link to the page on our website, where there's a lot of quotes from Shiva, and he answers a lot of questions, and there's a lot of information about all of that program. So again, the Advanced Chakra program is starting in 6 weeks. You can just get the recordings if you prefer and do them on your own. But if you want to interact with him and get it done in 6 weeks, and that is available starting July 3rd. And I just want to let you know that next Thursday, on the first day of summer, June 20th, next Thursday here, I will be launching my new Accelerated Awakening quiz. So it's a little quiz with 7 questions that you're going to be able to, if you have, if you can get online while we're also here on YouTube, you'll be able to take the quiz and find out what's your unique path that accelerates your awakening. How do you get there faster to awaken? Because there's some different paths and different ways we resonate with our awakening. There's many, many different ways to awaken, but we've identified a few different paths that will help you understand what's the fastest way for you to get there. All right. So thank you for being here. My name is Ana-La-Rai. I'm with Sparkles of Love, and I look forward to seeing you again. Have a great week. Bye for now.